Hello everyone, I'm here today with the lovely Karen Haller and we're going to talk to you about colour psychology. Karen wrote this amazing book, so we're going to be delving into that through the next 4 videos we've got for you, and you're going to come away with a better understanding of what colour psychology is and how it can enhance your life and your home. So some pretty big stuff, right?
Big stuff.
How are you today? Lovely to have you.
Well, thank you. Very
good,
well.
good.
Thanks for having me.
So before we get into the nuts and bolts, tell me a bit about yourself and how you got into colour.
Well, I think before we spoke about just how big my journey was, so giving the really, really short version, I think everyone, there's a point where we have an epiphany moment where we just think, oh my God, this is actually what I want to do with my life. Some people are really lucky, they have it really early on. I had it later on in life, after I'd finished school, and I was studying fashion design and millinery, and it was when I was blocking a teal felt hat that I had made, and I was putting on chocolate brown ribbons and these beautiful big chocolate brown feathers. I just said out loud in front of the whole class, oh my God, it's colour. And of course, they all looked at me and went, what are you talking about? And I said, I haven't got a clue. But that's when I went off on my journey, on my quest to find out everything I could about colour. And I realised what I was doing is the questions I was really wanting to know is why we respond to colour in certain ways. Why did I like this colour yesterday but not today? Why does, people I know like this yellow but I don't? All these kind of questions about how colour makes us feel and why we respond and react. And I didn't even know it had a name. And I studied with so many teachers and so many people until I came to the UK and met Angela Wright, who is the leading UK's colour psychologist. And when I did a weekend workshop with her, and I asked her a billion questions and she could answer them all.
Amazing.
I thought I found...
This is it.
This is it.
This is my thing.
And then I knew it had a name, which was applied colour psychology, because it's not just the psychology of colour, it's also the psychology of design and how we put colour palettes together.
Yeah.
So that's when I realised I had absolutely found what I was looking for.
Amazing.
And I've never not looked back.
So you had a moment. I feel like mine was sort of a bit of a build-up over time. I think I even knew at school, I remember having this probably quite awful top, but it was this pink and grey colour combination together, and I was obsessed with it. And I think I wore that top every day during my sort of late primary school into teenage years because I was obsessed with colour combinations. And even, I think it started in clothes for me, so I always liked bold and vibrant clothes. And then when I've sort of started focusing on interior projects, my passion is putting together those colour palettes. I find that so exciting. And as you can see, I'm not shy about bold colour here. So anyway, enough about me. So tell me a bit about colour psychology. What does it mean?
So in a nutshell, the psychology of colour, what that is how it's a study of how colour influences how we think, how we feel and how we behave. And that then transcends across everything. So what we wear, products that we buy when we go into a shop, what we're attracted to, what stands out for us. The interiors, so even when we feel comfortable in our home, in someone else's home, when we go to a cafe, we might walk past 3 cafes until we find the one that we don't realise subconsciously we're actually saying, do I feel comfortable here? Is this where I can be?
Yeah.
So every single thing has colour on it. So we are making thousands of colour decisions every single day. And most of them emotionally led. And colour is emotion, and this is what we have this emotional connection with.
Yeah.
And that's why colour is for me, colour is so important.
It's amazing, isn't it? And we just sort of take it for granted as part of our lives. It's only when you start analysing colour that you realise its importance and its sort of magnitude in the world and your life. So, but I wanted to know a bit about this sort of the literal, how do we see, how do our eyes see colour? So,
shall I say that the big bombshell that colour actually doesn't exist. So here I am dedicating, without sounding, too over the top, but I have absolutely dedicated my life to this because it just is my day-long obsession is colour.
Yeah.
And when I realised actually it doesn't exist, it's our brain, it exists here. That kind of really blew me away.
Yeah.
But we need three things to see colour. We need a light source, so whether that's the sun or artificial light. We need a surface for which that surface will then bounce the light waves into our eyes, and it's our eyes that compute, that make this up. And that is, we then see colour once it's in our brain. But then colour psychology goes a step further, because what happens then, the light waves then go to the part of our brain which is called the hypothalamus, and that is where our emotions reside. And that's when we start to have an emotional response, an emotional reaction to colour. So quite often, colours, for a lot of people or for a lot of studies or for a lot of education, colour stops at just being something that we physically see. And colour psychology takes it further, is that it's something that we actually respond and react to and have an emotional connection with.
You say in your book about how, the sort of light comes into your eyes, but actually then it triggers a chemical response in your body. Which is just amazing.
Yes, so that's when it governs our appetite, our sleeping, our behavioural patterns, our emotions, everything. That's this little thing called the hypothalamus.
Right.
And it has such an amazing job to do you know, for us. So that's colour psychology.
In a nutshell.
Trying to say it in a nutshell.
So the most amazing thing I think from your book is that, for example, this piece of fruit is basically that colour. The colour that it's giving off, that it's reflecting, is the colour. Oh God, I'm explaining that badly.
It's the colour it's rejecting.
Exactly. So it's sucking in
all the light waves.
Yeah.
All the and the one that it rejects is the one that we see.
That's incredible.
It still blows my mind. You know, that's why, like, in writing the book, this is something I still find mind blowing, and just to get my head around, it's like, well, how is that? But that's the science of colour. That's what it does. So
incredible.
Don't ask me anything more about it. You need to go to a proper colour scientist for that.
Yeah, it's amazing stuff.
A colour vision scientist,
Right. Well, thank you. So I think we're going to leave it there for this one. Hopefully that gives you guys a good introduction to what colour psychology is. And in our next exciting video, we're going to be talking about the different colours and their positive and adverse reactions. See you then.